Hello, Carolina, and welcome to our Air Force Immersion Program SDL Activity Manual. Liz Diaz and I did it, and we would like to share with you our thoughts and stages on this manual. The SDL manual task 1, stage 1, it's becoming familiar with the task. So we expect the students to receive the class code and join the class in Edmodo. For this particular task, we decided to work with Edmodo. Edmodo is an online platform for collaboration. And students will be given an access code, and once they have their access code, they will access Edmodo with this web page, and they will simply type some details, name, last name. The group code we will give them, username, email, and a password. Right? It's free to use and very easy to access. Once the students have accessed the platform, they will log in and become familiar with the block. They will read the core documents, they will read the instructions and watch the sample product, and finally they will choose one topic to develop from the options given or propose a new topic. During this phase, students can contact the teacher, pose questions for the teacher or peers. We will now go on a tour to Edmodo. This is our Edmodo platform. It's customized for students in the FAC immersion program and is customized for the self-study week. This is our first week of class, of online class, where students will be working independently and autonomously. We have divided the group into 4 different sections. The first one is a welcome message for students, telling them to use the space to communicate and to get support with the final task. They are encouraged to use English and use the etiquette guidelines included in the core documents, and students can comment or say they like or share or follow. Then, first thing students will do is check the instructions and core documents. In the instructions and core documents section, we have included a sample of the avatar we expect students to do. We welcome them and we tell them they have to check this week's checklist, the self-evaluation form, the chronogram, the evaluation rubric, and some tips on etiquette. As this will be the first time students in the FAC program will be facing an online environment and working collaboratively in a virtual environment, we think it's crucial for them to get acquainted with things like etiquette and how to collaborate online and how to participate online as well. So this is the avatar we did for our course. This is the teacher, and they will simply just play the recording and will have access to the recording. Once they've gone through the recording, they will have access to the other documents uploaded in Edmodo. One of them is the self-study time chronogram, which includes all the information relevant to the dates students have to study, the deadlines for things. And we have also integrated this chronogram into Edmodo's calendar. I'll give you a tour there in a minute. So we will start the course we'll start online self-study time on the 9th of May. And the first thing students have to do is register, then choose a topic, then develop the activities, then create and upload the avatar, and finally watch other students' avatars and make comments. So as you can see, this is all clearly stated, so students have a step-by-step on dates and on what they're gonna see. The other documents uploaded are the etiquette rules, which we were using the same document or the same photo you shared with us at the beginning of our course. We think it's very, it goes to the point and it's very clear, so students will have access to see this as well. And then we have the self-study time evaluation rubric we will use to evaluate the students' participation. And finally, students will do self-evaluation as well. We want to promote students' self-awareness, and we want them to self-reflect and think about the activities they did throughout the week and the strategies they implemented. So they will be going over this document as well. Both of these documents will serve us for the purposes of summative and sorry, and formative assessment. Well, now that students have seen all the documents and the instructions, they can also have access to the Need Help section, where they will be encouraged to talk to the teacher via Edmodo by sending a message here or commenting on something. And they can also send a mail to the teacher or contact the teacher via Skype for an online meeting. And we're proposing office hours so that we keep the students aligned in terms of when it is a good time to set an appointment with the teacher, and we avoid misunderstandings and communication problems. Finally, students will have access to the podcasts and activities we uploaded here. So there are different parts in the whole assignment. First thing students have to do is choose one of the podcasts we have uploaded. One of them is on dieting, the other one is on traveling. And students have questions to direct their attention. So we're asking things like, what do you think of the part-time diet? Would you try it? Have you ever gone on a diet? What are your eating habits? And then we're also encouraging students to choose a topic of their preferences. So they can go to podcastinenglish.com and choose one they like or one they prefer. Once the students have done this, the last step is for them to comment on their to create the avatar finally, and for them to start commenting on other students' avatars. So as this is a week process, we expect students to upload the avatar on Saturday, and then for them to start commenting on the other students' avatars on Sunday. So we're giving a clear step-by-step of what students have to do. This would be the end of the activity, and we will start with the second task the week after. Students in the FAC program have only 2 weeks of self-study time, and that's the time we'll take advantage of so students can collaborate, work individually, and learn about being self-directed. Well, then stage 2, as I already mentioned it, is for students to listen to the podcast and develop the activities proposed. The students will receive feedback from the teacher and the content of their work. Then stage 3 is for students to develop the product. The students will create the avatar, choosing one of the tools proposed, which are very easy to use. And then finally, stage 4 is for students to self-evaluate and analyze resource. So they will comment on their classmates' product and respond to other students' comments. Finally, they will self-evaluate their product. Thank you very much for watching this blog, and have a wonderful day.